Need to crack on a little bit today. A little late leaving. What are we, 25 past 5, something like that? Oh, 29 minutes past. Later than I thought. So anyway, let's go. And today, well, you asked for it. Well, okay, one of you did. I'm on the Triban. So I have a little run through the, what I like to call improvements. I mean, I'm not suggesting for one moment that I know better than Decathlon. But yeah, over Christmas, New Year, fiddling around with bike parts, you know how it is. And changes were made. A little bit restrictive in some of the changes due to the frame. Yeah, all good. Yeah, the RC500 is a post-mount frame set. Yeah, so no flat mount road calipers on this. That said, at the front, it's made into post mount on the forks with an adapter. But the frame is definitely post mount. And I know you can get the converters, but it's done in such a way at the back of the frame there that if I did put a flat mount converter on it, we'd be up to a 180mm rotor rather than a 160, so that would have been a bit silly. Right, car back. Too late, you can't get me now. I'm on the roundabout. I am going to get on because this guy sounds like a bit of a race. Yeah, a bit of a road racer. Oh, he didn't come round, it doesn't matter. Anyway, nothing behind me, so I can't get left hooked. Yeah, so 180 rotor on the back of a road bike, probably a bit silly. So I did stick with post mount brakes. I had a set of Clark M2 mountain bike brakes, which I've used before in conjunction with Shimano levers, and they work just fine. The Giant Tough Road had post mount, and Julie's Live Invite gravel bike has post mount. So yeah, these sort of situations I've come across before, and I know that Shimano levers, hydraulic levers, work fine with the Clark mountain bike brakes. So we have gone to full hydraulic when it comes to braking on the RC500. Of course, the original comes with cable disc brakes. They're very reasonable, actually. Right, let's let him go past. See that? See, he's just going to cut straight across. And even though that's supposed to be, go on. No, all right. I'd have been happy for him to go there, but never mind. He did the right thing. He did the right thing. Bumpy through here. Anyway, so yeah, going full hydraulic on the braking. I think they're Pro Max that came with it originally. Cable calipers with the Sora group set and levers. I think that's changed now. It's no longer Sora. I mean, the original RC500 was an absolute steal. Although it was aluminium, obviously. Yeah, pretty much full Sora. So Sora cranks, Sora mechs, Sora levers, and yeah, all for, well, I think it was 459 quid when we got this one. I mean, those days are long gone, obviously. Morning. So anyway, the Triban was my sort of experimental bike, I guess. It was the bike where all the original AliExpress parts went to see if they worked. Nearly all of them did. I'm trying to think, there weren't really any failures, I'll be honest. Not that I can remember, not on this bike anyway. There were certainly some characteristics had to iron out, but did work those out in the end. But we now have the luxury of 105 with hydraulic braking. So the 105 that came off Julie's bike is now on here. We got 105 levers, 105 mechs front and back, and 105 cranks. Obviously with the mountain bike brakes that I've already spoken about. And got C1800 spline DT Swiss alloy wheels. Whew. With the Panaracer Agilist Duro tyres at 28mm, tubeless. And the reason they're 28s and not 30s is mudguards. Yeah. Full SKS Blue Mill mudguards. And actually it all fits very nicely. I think it would have been troublesome to try and fit 30s under these mudguards. But actually these 28s feel great just now. Anyway, Bear Cross roundabout. Let's pay attention for a minute. Car back. Yeah, all good. I can get through this roundabout much quicker than cars. So yeah, I've dropped him there. All good. He went round to Ferndown anyway. So you got crossing points there. So you may have held up cars on the roundabout. Then of course they try and squeeze in an overtake straight out the roundabout, straight into the pinch points. So a little bit to think about at that roundabout. So, a new bike path up here that I won't be using. Look, you've got what? The length of 2 curbstones to get on the... There's no way I could do that. Not at this speed. Which means 2 things need to happen. You either slow down with a car behind you, or you swing out to get the angle. Neither of those is a preferable option. Because what are curbstones? 900 long? Not sure. Probably less actually. These look less. So yeah, much less actually. Could be 600. So very little more than a bike length to get on the bike path. Yeah, dangerous, isn't it? Go on, mate. Go, go, go. And at this time in the morning, no real need to be on a bike path anyway, is there? I've got reflective elements on the back of my shoes, back of my legs, across my backside and around my neck, and obviously lights. I don't have flashing light on the back, but I do have it set to sort of twinkle, so it's constant but it's twinkling. There's nothing behind. I will stay wide all the same, and the reason is because cars do the same as I'm about to do. They cut this close, so you've got to push them out, otherwise they'll come across you as they cut the curb. Right, car back now. Right, so what else can I say about the Triban? Other than it's bloody brilliant. Again, it's Decathlon. They know what they're doing, don't they? Yeah. I think I said before, it is slightly long. So when I was setting it up for the fit, compared to my road bike, which I kind of consider to be perfect, I got very close. So the only difference is the saddle to bar drop on this is 5mm less, just simply because I had to make the decision, saddle slightly higher or bar drop less. I was able to get the reach by just borrowing a tiny bit over the back marker on the saddle. I mean, literally a couple of millimeters. So hopefully that's not going to cause a problem. And yeah, the center of the saddle to the levers is spot on. Now, fortunately, the saddle is exactly the same on both bikes, so I could actually pick a point to measure from. Okay, let's get on the bike path. Let's get our breath back a little bit. There we go. What else is there? Right, so yeah, fit is good. I've got mountain bike pedals, Shimano ones. You know the ones. M something or other. They come on pretty much every bike, every mountain bike. SPD, both sides, no platform. And I mean, I said get our breath back, didn't I? Yeah, I forgot. It's quite uphill this bit. Anyway, quick rest. Yeah, so handlebars. Yeah, you're gonna love this one. Cheap Chinese aero bars. I've had several pairs of these. Got a nice short reach. You've got a nice shallow drop. They just fit. Just got a lovely feel. They last about 18 months. But they're 27 quid. I've never had one snap. I've always just heard or noticed when they start to crack. Not crack, that's wrong. I've never had one crack. Except when I dropped my bike the day before the Frosty crew ride. Yeah, in the Midlands there, Derbyshire. No chance of getting a new set of handlebars on a Saturday night at 6 o'clock, is there? And that was my own bloody fault. Anyway. Yeah, they just fit, they're comfortable, they're nice. They look the part, obviously very important. But the reason, other than those I've just mentioned, is the equivalent or the original Decathlon bars I found were very sharp on the corners. I was constantly banging my wrists when I was in the drops. Now, I know I don't get in the drops often, but yeah, those bars deterred me from doing it. So these have got a slightly more rounded edge. They push forward a bit as well. Oh, and did I mention they look the part? They look fast. Makes me feel fast. I haven't died yet. They haven't snapped. I have noticed slight rippling around the crank area, not on these, but on one pair, where I think had the torque wrench on the wrong setting. I should have started at 4, but I still had it on 6 from the seat post, and I did hear like a little tiny crack, but they still lasted the whole of that trip to Mallorca, no problem. And I did change them when I got back, and they're still in one piece. Well, somewhere. Obviously I've hidden them so I don't use them again and mark them up do not use, but they're absolutely solid. So I don't know if it was just a crack of the clamp going, you know, or if it was actually a crack inside the bars. Let's do this. Everything's red. Okay, let's have some more light. I'll tell you what, this 105 is great, isn't it? Everything is just spot on at the minute. That front change was brilliant. Oh yes, actually no. Yes, so 105 lever, but the front mech is actually a Tiagra. Yes, I had a brand new Tiagra in the box. So I use that. Absolutely spot on. Obviously I'm happy to give up 10 grams of weight. Oh, I thought I saw some movement there. No, it's my eyes playing tricks on me with the lights coming down the hill. Yeah, I don't mind the Tiagra front mech because it's very simple. It's just one lever. I find it very easy to set up, and once it's there, it just seems to work. Not saying 105 doesn't. Yeah, I do like the Tiagra front mech, so I'm happy to use that. And it looks so nice because it was brand new. Right. Gravel hill. Drag up to Broadstone. We'll probably get on the trailway for the next bit. I got the mud guards, but none of the roads are particularly nice options from here, and I want to stay reasonably direct because I did leave a little bit late. This is a bit of a longer ride. Five to 6 at the minute. Not much wind, but whatever wind there is, hopefully it will be behind for the next bit and should get us home a bit quicker. This hill's never quite finished. Actually, yeah, let's take the first bit of road. See how many people tell me there's a bike path. Oh yeah, tyres. I know I told you what they were. 65 psi in the back, 60 in the front. 28 mil. I'm still staggered. Still staggered by just how much pressure roadies put in their tyres. I'm best part of 120 kilograms. $65 in the back, 60 in the front, and this feels absolutely spot on. Yeah, you sort of hear about 65 to 70 kilogram weight weenies, racing snakes, and they're still putting 75, 80 in their tyres. Right, nothing behind me. Yeah, I'm going to take the first bit of road and then turn off later, save going down the trailway. I'm going to end up on the same bit of road anyway. Okay, let's pay attention everyone. They don't expect to see cyclists because they think you're on the path on the other side. And it was an Audi. Wait for me, well done. Right. Yeah, nothing behind. So behind those trees over there is the trailway. There goes Mr. Audi. So we can relax a little bit now. But there's no actual bike path on this part of the road. There is a bike path further up, but it's a bit of a faff. There's some blind areas where you can't see pedestrians, crossings, things like that. So this is a nice wide road. There's plenty of room. If anybody's getting upset, they need to get over themselves. So just past the crossing up here, we can turn right, and then we're back on the residential roads. Yeah, nothing back. Yeah, so I could actually follow this road all the way to the bottom. Yeah, actually I'm going to do that just for speed. I'll be adding in an extra half mile or so, and I'd have to go up to Upton, probably a mile or more. It's dead on 6 o'clock. We've got about an hour to get back. So this is a shared path on the left. So prepared for open windows and get on the open bike park. Yeah, whatever. Not at 25 mile an hour, I don't think. course, the problem with this route is there's a 24-hour McDonald's up here. So, must resist. It is a fasted ride, but I had plenty to eat last night, so not really fasted, is it? Right, this is where it can be awkward. Right, are they going to change? Should I stay on the road? They're not going to change, are they? But see, it's angled the wrong way. Anyway, we're off. Can I get off here? I can. The bike coming towards me. I'll stay over. Oh yeah, of course I put my light on maximum, didn't I? Let's have the middle one. It's all street lit here, so I don't really need the light for seeing where I'm going, but here's one of the pinch points, and you can't see anything coming the other way for quite some time. It's also very, very bumpy. Being on the road is a far more pleasurable experience, to be honest. Entrance into Tesco's there. You know, useful. That's what it's all about. Getting people to the places they want to go. Another exit off the path into Fleets Bridge, and also, of course, Fleets Bridge retail area. We'll gloss over the McDonald's, pretend it doesn't exist. Bumpy. No holes. Just, yeah, God, bumpy. You definitely want your hybrid bike with 40mm tyres for that bit. Right. Now both sides here are shared paths. Well, one's a road, but it's a quiet industrial sort of area. And this one's a shared path. We don't look over there. We focus on the road ahead. But I came this way because just up here on this corner, you've got to be so careful. Yeah, people, morning, who come flying around here in both directions, like Emerson Fittipaldi, because they think they can just quickly jump in front of traffic to get on the roundabout. Now, there's lots of sparkles on here, but that'll be road salt. So Holes Bay Road here, one of the main roads into Poole and the town centre. So of course, whenever it's cold, it does get gritted. Of course, that overspills onto the pavement, which is good. Of course, it wears off the road quite quick, but it remains on the bike path for a little bit longer. New Amazon delivery centre on the left. So yeah, always look out at the bottom here when rejoining the road, because it's 24 hours. Get delivery lorries and vans coming in and out of there at any time, so it may be quiet, but you still got to be careful. Right, lights forward, bike behind me, but plenty of time. Yeah, ninja cyclist behind me, but saw him early. He's probably just finished his night shift. It's just gone 6 o'clock. He's on his way home. Right, Sandown Mercedes-Benz. So do the smart car here, of course. All part of the same franchise, I'm sure. And we're going to get on the bike path. I mean, you've got quite good vision along here. There are street lights, but you know, a lot of dog walkers out here at certain times of the day, and you don't want one suddenly appearing out of the darkness. So I've got to stay a little bit vigilant, but yeah, good to crack on through here really. Okay, I tell you what, I'm going to go this way. That crossing over there can be a bit weird sometimes. So, I'm already thinking this way is a bit of a faff as well. Yeah, so. Back on the shared path. There is a path behind this building. That is a footpath. So this is the one to take. Pool train station on the left. And actually we're cracking on this morning. Make it obvious what I'm doing. He can sort it out from there. Okay, actually that's the point. This bike is missing a bell. I will have to get one, but I don't know if I can stomach another expensive Canyon bell. That said, it's a one-off purchase. It's not like I'm buying one every month. So I probably will in the end. I like the bar end bell. It looks tidy, it's out of the way. But in truth, I don't know if I'm going to keep these handlebars on here yet. I do love them. They feel great. Yeah, all good. But you know, this bike is a work in progress. It always has been, from quite early on. So, yeah, who knows? Could have tri-bars and disc wheels on it next. No, that won't happen, don't worry. That will not happen. Even if Elite Wheels want to send us a disc wheel, I think I'll say no to that one. I have got a set of Tribars, you know, clip-on ones, mostly because at some points in my riding career, let's say, or adventures, whatever you want to call them, I do get the idea about bike packing a little bit. You know, we've done a couple of hotel tours, you know, no camping involved, hotels and, you know, pub lunches. But, yeah, just extra storage space, different hand position. Wouldn't work with these bars, obviously, but yeah, maybe one day. Okay, no more bikes, no more bikes, no, that's good. I should have gotten on there, shouldn't I? I've been in front. Anyway, plenty of time before the bollards. Good morning. There you go. See, that's how you do it. You drop the lady on her basket bike with a very simple good morning. Power. Oh dear. Isn't it a funny life we lead? Well, I think it is. It's nice to entertain ourselves with silly things like that, isn't it? Just think how boring life could be if we took it too seriously. I know some things are serious, but even those I find work a bit better if you don't take it too seriously and give yourself a time to think, a chance to think. Stood me in good stead over the last year, it has to be said. Just calm, take it in. What does it actually mean? Don't get too emotional, don't react too quickly. Yeah. Never a good idea to react to the initial shock of something. Well, I don't think so anyway. Just let it sink in a little bit. Of course, we were lucky from that point of view. Gravel. Cyclocross. Yeah, because we had experts telling us what was going to happen next and what have you. Seen it all before. Yeah. Anyway, let's leave that behind. That's the main thing, isn't it? Right, definitely dog walker through here. That's a bin. That's all right then. Looks like a bike coming towards me, so let's turn this down to the ground a bit. Hopefully not blind them. Can't see anything in between me and them. Morning. Yeah, that tailwind hasn't happened. In fact, if anything, there's a lot of wind around my ears. Morning. Dog. 2 dogs. Okay, around we go. runner with lights. Well done you. Morning. Two runners in fact. One with lights, one with reflective bits. I love reflective bits. They move and they're easy to see. Yeah. Yeah, I've got one of those reflective coats. Never wear it. It's far too heavy, far too thick, far too hot. Yeah, a real waste of money actually. I liked the idea at the time, but it's just so hot, thick and heavy. Not really appropriate for the UK, even in the winter. I dare say there are lighter versions that aren't quite so hot and sweaty. But I also think I get far more close passes in the daytime than at night. Now, obviously, a lot less traffic at this time in the morning, so the chances are greatly reduced. However, just a little part of me thinks, do they cut close because they can see you and they feel like they can judge it? Which of course they can't at night. They only have a general idea of where you are. Or is it just because there's less idiots on the road in the mornings? I don't know. I'm not sure. All these questions and more probably won't be answered on the next episode. That really is showing my age, isn't it? The dawn of Billy Crystal's career. Okay, up to Evening Hill. Does feel like a headwind. Well, that said, I'm still sort of going south. So in a minute, we'll turn east and we'll see what we've really got. Well, the mud cars did okay. They've only just started rattling now, so for an initial ride, well, second initial ride, we've done all right. I can tweak them now, tighten them up. Hopefully, they're set. Nearly there. Come on. Gravity is constant. My 500 watts is not. I think it's unfair to say I got a headwind at 25, but yeah, this is hard. We've got a headwind. It's not supposed to be that way. Okay, up to the top of Haven Hill, chance to relax, put it in the baby gear, just winch myself to the top. He's good, Tim, isn't he? There we go. Oh, that's the one. $34.28 at the minute. There it is. Right, smallest gear we've got. Wahoo will kick off in a minute and pause just to rub it in. But I don't care. Chance to relax. Let's have one more gear. Yeah, I sometimes choose slightly harder gear on the hills. They don't really make things that much harder. Might be a bit slower pedalling, but you know, it's only a short hill. Yeah, so I think that's part of the problem around here. Hills are too short to get into a rhythm. Nearly there. That's it. There we go. Right, how are we doing? 25 past 6. Yes, definitely a headwind. Bugger. I wonder why I was feeling so good going down Magna Road. Rattly mudguards. Could go up to the top, but either way, we end up in the same place, around the back of Camford Cliffs. Gonna go the hilly way today. Battery's probably going to run out on the camera. It is the Ace Pro. It's supposed to have longer battery life, but I don't think it does when it's doing low light, because it's doing an awful lot of processing. So I can't imagine for one moment that it will last anywhere as long as stated. And we may or may not get the next section of this ride. It's now a good hour and 10 minutes and a quarter, something like that. So, okay? Yeah, cool. Fully grown man, adult. He can deal with it, whatever it is. He said he was okay, so that's fine by me. It's not like we're out in the middle of the boondocks, is it? Alright. It's not the summer, it's still a bit slimy. Calm down, stop getting carried away. And of course you get swimmers here in the morning crossing the road, so you can't just run at it like you can in the summer when you can see what you're doing. That car went into the car park. One of them early morning swimmers I was on about. There we go. Let's go up here. This one's a little bit awkward as well. I can get up here in the big ring, but it's hard. So it's knowing when to swap from one to the other. Hill climbing is an art. I don't care what anyone says. Right, this is where it gets steep. See, cadence was a bit quick there, and now I've slowed right down as I go to my natural cadence. Yeah, hill climbing is not just fitness, there's an art. There we go. Strangely, not as steep as Haven Hill, but longer. So not quite as easy to relax on. And you've got to make that right turn at the start. Oh dear. Not as easy. There we go. There we go. bumps, holes. Yeah, I have a feeling we'll be saying goodbye to the camera any moment. It's not as cold as it has been. It might give us a few minutes more, but anyway, almost back to Bournemouth now, so I'm not going to go over the suspension bridge. Head down to Westbourne. We'll go over the suspension bridge another time. So this is the road up from Chine into Westbourne. Probably just going to go through the centre of town. Certainly got enough time for that. Or I can go straight on Glenferness Avenue if I want to shorten it a bit. I'm not sure it's much quicker, so there's a lot more uphill involved. Right, nothing behind. Okay, I can hear a car. There he is. Okay, he's seen me. Bloody hell. A Rover 75. Incoming. I'm a bit higher as well. No, he's not on the crossing. Good. Of course, I can see over the garden walls and hedges. Which helps in some places. Reflectives. I was thinking, is he going to pull out? Why is he sat there with his lights on? I was hoping he wasn't looking behind him. All good. Right, I've got pins and needles in my left hand. It's unusual. Now, I don't know if that's because nobody in this world can make gloves with long enough fingers, because they are jammed right in the end, and that's cutting off circulation, or if it's the fit. I don't think it's the fit. I've just done that and it's cleared, so I've loosened off the fingertips and it has cleared. So please, glove makers, make the fingers a bit longer, please. Yeah, if you're making extra large gloves, make extra long fingers. Right, so we'll see what we get from here, but If you've joined me this morning, thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed riding along. If you didn't ride along, please do. As Neil said, far more fun than watching cartoon characters on Zwift. Anyway, thank you for joining me. Join me for the next one. And when you're going down through the triangle on your bike in the early mornings, remember to watch out for the gym bunnies, because they park everywhere and they mill around in the road and it's dark. And of course, because they want to look cool, they're always wearing black. Go on, change the lights for me, go on. Actually, this is good. Help me bed in the brakes. Yes. Are you behind me? No. Car did come up behind me. Can't think where he went. There's nowhere else to go there, really. Didn't come past me straight on. Here we go, gym bunny cars. Look out for them jogging across the road. Yeah, all good. He had a funny look on his face, didn't he? Obviously looking at me and like, huh? Are you working out outside? Yes, mate. I bloody well am. And loving it. Well, apart from the rattly mud guards, which obviously I will tighten and sort out, I think everything's just about bed in on this now. Brake pads, chain, gears. Yeah, it's feeling good. There we go, boot it. Is that the battery going? I think it is.